The Korea Association of Game Industry's recent letter to the National Assembly has stirred controversy. In its response to the new gaming law, the association claimed, "The probability of an item appearing may vary depending on the player," leaving many gamers confused. They are concerned that the odds of obtaining an item may not align with what they've been told. But what exactly is a loot box? And why is it sparking such controversy? What are loot boxes? In games, various objects support gameplay, including weapons, clothing, and food consumed by in-game characters. These objects are called items. In some games, you can pay for these items. These are called paid items. With loot boxes, the contents are unknown until you make the purchase. For instance, paying to open a chest in a game might reward you with something valuable, or it could be something less desirable. The outcome isn't fixed, but is instead left to chance. How can users determine the odds of getting a good item before spending money on loot boxes? This is why game companies disclose the odds. They notify players about the chances of receiving valuable items. However, the association claimed, "The probability of an item appearing may vary depending on the player," which has led to controversy. Criteria for loot boxes. The key factor in regulating loot boxes is their speculative nature. Simply put, this refers to the tendency to profit from luck. For example, if you pay to play a lucky draw, you don't know what you will get and rely on luck. South Korean law outlines 3 criteria to assess if something is speculative. First, whether money is involved. Second, whether luck determines the outcome. And third, whether the result can be converted into cash. Most game companies argue that the last condition is not met because users can't exchange the in-game items for money. However, some turn the items into money elsewhere, which is why some consider loot boxes speculative. Loot box controversies and arguments. The government is seeking to tighten the legal regulations on loot boxes. However, game companies are resisting these changes. They argue that revealing all the odds would diminish the enjoyment of the games and expose their trade secrets to competitors. On the other hand, people who play the game are worried that the odds they believe to be real are not, in fact, real. Let's stay tuned to see how the controversy surrounding loot boxes unfolds and what changes lie ahead.